Mike Skinner's making an early pit stop.
Yeah, he had run up there pretty good in the top 10, and then all of a sudden he started going backwards. So I don't know what the problem is with the low Chevrolet, but it's an unscheduled pit stop. Let's go to the pits and Jerry.
And they will make a right side tire change on the low Chevrolet for Mike Skinner. Early pit stop. He will not be pitting until about lap 120. Obviously a vibration on board the car number 31. As he comes down pit road, the field goes by, left side tires are on, and he is down the way. Very frustrated Mike Skinner leaves pit road.
And as he pulls out, here comes John Andretti, the leader, and he will put him a lap down.
Two laps
down now.
But now Skinner has those fresh tires. We'll see now what kind of an advantage that new tires would be, because right behind the leader is Skinner with those tires.
This is the right front tire off of Michael Waltrip's car. Remember, he pitted just a couple of laps before this caution. Check this out. The tread completely coming off. You can see right there in the cords. Talked to the Goodyear officials. They're not exactly sure what caused the problem. I talked to Michael's crew chief, Bobby Kennedy. He said, no, we're not running too much negative camber. They're not sure what happened. Let's go to Dr. Jerry Punch.
And that was exactly the same thing it caused Mike Skinner's unscheduled pit stop about 15 laps ago. Right front tire, the inside shoulder of the right front tire had about a 7-inch section of rubber completely peeled away. The temperature just over 207 degrees.
Jeff Gordon is on pit road with an unscheduled stop. Remember, he lost several positions, and now he comes in, Jerry.
He commented 2 laps ago, Bob, that he thought he had a vibration. Suddenly the vibration got worse and worse. He said, that time by, guys, I got to come in. I'm coming in. The steering wheel just bouncing out of my hands. He has come down pit road now and will change all 4 tires. Right side tires are on. Look at the right rear end comes across. Looks to be okay. The right front looks to be okay. He is down and away after an unscheduled stop.
Only 16.8 seconds for the pit stop, but it's enough to put him a lap down. A very costly, unscheduled pit stop for Jeff Gordon.
Bob, take a look. It won't be hard to figure it out. This is the right front tire that came off Gordon's car. Take a look. The entire part of the car tread has come apart. Big slabs of tread here just being sheared away. That's why the car was vibrating. He probably wouldn't have made it another 2 laps. He would have come completely apart, and he would have been in the wall. He had to pit. The second tire I've seen down here, both right front. This one off Gordon, the other one off Mike Skinner.
So a costly pit stop, but not nearly as costly as it might have been. A shower of sparks over Richmond International Raceway as the 91 car of Dick Trickle has hit the wall, but no caution. He's down to the inside of the racetrack, but has a long way to go to come onto the pits.
And we see the right front tire is just simply tearing itself apart as Trickle is trying to get back to the pit area.
No other car involved in the incident, and this is how it happened. Up in turn 3.
The tire went down and just shot him right up into the wall. Didn't hit it real hard. And while that was going on, Bobby Labonte passed Mark Martin for second place.
This is from Wally Dallenbach. You see the sparks coming from the 91 car as it goes up and bumps the wall. John Kernan is right there.
They'll change all 4 tires for Dick Trickle. It's hard to tell if the right front tire went flat before it hit the wall, but that's what the movement would indicate. And also, I think Terry Labonte's crew, we're going to bring him in at this moment. He's sitting right behind Trickle, but you can see the right front tire was completely flat, but that happened probably after he was already hit the wall.
John Kernan, Terry Labonte in again.
Tonight is a problem with the right front tire blistering on Terry Labonte's car. The last time they pitted, they put a rubber in the right rear to try and loosen up the car just too tight. And when it's too tight, building up a lot of heat in that right front tire, causing the blistering problem. But they've changed all 4 tires. Terry Labonte makes some air pressure adjustments and hoping that solves their tightness problem. Because if not, then they're going to have some more problems with that right front. But definitely the right front tire on Terry Labonte's car blistered again.
And Labonte is going to go 3 laps down now before he gets back up to speed.
And you John Andretti fans may want to mark this down. John had just radioed in and said, I got a vibration when the caution came out. The next time he was going to come in anyway. That's when Derek Cope's car hit the wall. He would have made an unscheduled pit stop, talking about Andretti, and lost at least 2 laps. When the caution came out, he comes down pit road and pits, and his right front tire is peeling away, is blistering. These are part of the cords and fiber dangling from the inside of that right front. That could have cost him dearly here tonight.
Back at Richmond, we had been watching John Andretti lose positions, assuming maybe that the right front was getting hot and maybe starting to blister, and I'll be son of a gun, he hit the wall up in turn number 1 hard, and Ricky Rudd has too. And Rusty Wallace may be involved.
The damaged cars of Ricky Rudd are in. Mike Skinner gets in and out as the tire rolls around the backside of Rusty Wallace's car. Rusty said he had a right front tire going down. It was completely flat. In fact, Ricky Rudd had called in just before the accident, said, I got a right front going down. That's exactly at the same point the 40 Trick car hit the wall. Rudd is down and away, but John Andretti not so lucky, as Bobby Loomis and the STP crew now working on the right front, the heavily damaged right front of one of our early leaders tonight, John Andretti, who sits on pit road still in the car, and the comment was he had no warning whatsoever.
He led 24 laps earlier in the race. Here is the replay of what happened.
He had been slowing down, and he goes down in turn 1, and you see the right front tire goes flat. And when it does, it drops down on the suspension, the exhaust. That's all the sparks you see. And there's nothing Andretti can do except go right in the wall, and that's what he did. Boom.
Now from Rusty Wallace's onboard camera. Here's what happened with Ricky Rudd. Oh, wow.
Rusty Wallace lost a right, Ricky Rudd lost a right front tire and took Rusty Wallace with him.
Exactly. That's what happened. Rusty was on the outside of him, and the tire went down on Rudd's car. He was about to come into the pits when Andretti had his problem, and Rusty just happened to be at the wrong place.
With Wayne Torrance, product manager for Goodyear. Wayne, what is the problem we're seeing with the right front tire, and what are you telling the teams?
Well, our first thoughts with the first couple tires was that we were having a problem maybe with delamination or improper adhesion, but there's too many of them, and they are all on the right front, so it definitely is heat related. For some unknown reason tonight, maybe conditions have changed, but the tires are basically showing no wear at all. Where in happy hour, you were getting pretty significant wear.
And wear dissipates heat, so you're getting all the heat build up.
Right, wear does dissipate the heat, and tonight that's not happening. So,
how can the teams fix it? What do you tell them they can do? Can you tell them the teams can make an air pressure adjustment to help the problem?
We're telling them if they're up on air to go down to try to get more of a footprint on the tread, maybe spread it out a little bit, because all of this is happening in one area on the tire.
Wayne, thank you very much. I know you're busy. Thanks for coming by. Thank you. Guys, what they're telling the teams is to basically drop the right front air pressure 1 to 2 psi to try to improve the footprint and dissipate the heat.
And folks, it's not because of the temperature here tonight that we're getting that kind of heat.
No, it's a cool evening here. It's just that the tires are building up heat and can't dissipate it.
Bob's still sitting patiently in the car. They try to work on the right front. John, any warning at all that the right front was going to come apart on you?
Yeah, we had a vibration, and hoping a caution would come out, but unfortunately we ended up being a caution. So they're going to do the best they can to get me back out there, but just sad.
Well, John able to smile even though he had one heck of a race car. Ricky Rudd just pulled behind the wall too. He's about 15 feet away.
Slowly circulates now.
Jeff Burton had gone back out on the racetrack, but he's going back in now and going behind the wall again.
Jimmy Spencer is coming in for a pit stop.
Spencer's one of those drivers on the lead lap.
So now he's going to lose a lap, and there will be 22 on the lead circuit. They're going to change all 4 tires, John Kernan.
Apparently a tire going down for Jimmy Spencer. He radioed the crew just moments ago, said I need to pit. So they came in, put 4 tires on the race car. You can see some damage on the left rear of the car. He's reminded it's 4,300 RPM, the speed limit, to go down pit road with a flat tire for Jimmy Spencer.
Also a little bit of damage on the right side of the car. Looks like a donut or two, actually more than 2 or 3 of them on the right side there.
Terry Labonte in the Kellogg Chevrolet number 5, who won here last year, but he is 4 laps behind now in 30th position, not having a good night tonight. Now he lost those laps on a couple of unscheduled pit stops. He lost 1 lap on the racetrack, but he's lost others on unscheduled pit stops, green flag pit stops.
He was one of the ones to discover this tire problem early tonight that forced him to come to the pits and lose the laps early. Pit stops are being completed as the caution waves again here at Richmond, this time for the Johnny Benson car, which got up and bumped the wall after possibly a right front going down.
You see the safety vehicle out picking up debris up in turns 1 and 2, where Johnny Benson had the problem with the Cheerios Ford. We see still sparks under that car. So evidently the flat tire has broken something loose under the car that's dragging.
After the pit stops have been made, Bobby Labonte, Mark Martin, and Dale Jarrett are first, second, and third. Here's what happened. It was up in turn number 2.
And
I guess he really didn't hit it, did he? Kept it away from the wall.
He was very fortunate.
Yep.